this video, I'll be going into a few of the core tenets of chivalry, the code that knights ostensibly lived by. I will be addressing how I believe some of these could be adapted for the modern day. Of course, in doing this, my personal beliefs will be represented somewhat, so take everything with a grain of salt. Number 1. Protect the weak. Whether this be helping a child that is in danger, assisting an old person to cross the street, or defending people on the subway from being attacked by a crazy person. If you have the strength to protect the weak from the world or from those who prey upon them, you should. If you do not yet have the strength, it is your duty to acquire it. Number 2. Courtesy. Respecting women. You should hold the door open for women. You should help them lift heavy objects if they are unable to do so, and even if they are capable of doing so. You should do this because it is courteous and kind, not out of some snivelling desire for praise or expectance of sexual gratification. While I am aware that fourth-wave feminists have become rather frustrating, shall we say, with their man-hating, this does not mean that we should be sinking to the same level in our treatment of women. To use an example would be a lot of men's treatment of sex workers, and more broadly, people they perceive to be quote-unquote hoes. I'm not saying that you should be abandoning your morals and innate preferences and forcing yourself to marry an OnlyFans model, unless you are that way inclined, but I do mean being more compassionate towards them. Particularly, we should not be castigating women who are innocent to begin with, or those who seek to reform themselves. This means an end to all the purity testing going on online, not least because if you want to win people over to your way of thinking, a drop of honey catches more flies than a gallon of gall. Respecting women, I would also say, means holding ourselves to account. I'm not saying you need to save yourselves till marriage. I, myself, have not ascribed to this. But maybe a start would only be having sex with people you can see yourself having a relationship with, or at the very least being open with your intentions towards them, and not promising more than you intend to give. I can go deeper into the growing enmity between the sexes another time, and potential solutions if that's something that's wanted. 3. To live by honour and for glory. I want to focus specifically on the living for glory part. This refers to seeking to achieve great deeds and accomplishments within your life, the pursuit of excellence, of heroism, to strive towards a vision of your choosing. Think of the inventors, engineers and scientists, pushing the limits of their field and opening doors for the next generation to start from a higher base. Da Vinci, Musk, Einstein. Think of the explorers who sought to bring humanity to new lands, to gaze upon new stars. Shackleton, Columbus, Armstrong. Someone needs to be the first man to step onto Mars, Europa, beyond. Why not you? After all, we were born to inherit the stars. Think of the heroes who fought to save their civilizations from impending doom. Churchill, Cincinnatus, Leonidas. Western civilization seems to be on the decline. It needs some heroes right about now. It is not our destiny to live meek and frivolous lives. Do not go gently into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. To finish this section on living for glory, I would like to read a quote by Bukowski. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, and maybe even your mind. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It could mean jail. It could mean derision. It could mean mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, of how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds, and it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. You will ride life straight to perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is.